Hi Decoders. This week we are looking at some important insights and pointers that we took home from our beautiful summer community retreat. Hi, I'm Kiran Trace. Welcome to Humans Decoded, a story of hobbits, fairies, elves, dwarfs, gnomes, and humans. If you get lost at any point, there is a deep dive on all the different avatars in episode 1. It includes notes. Thank you for joining us in a fun little chat about the vast potential of our human makeup. Hi, Leela. Hi, Leela. Hi, Cami.
Hi, Kiran. Hi, Cam.
Let me just say that one more time.
Sure.
Hi, Leela. Hi, Cami.
Hi, Kiran. Hi, Decoders. Hi, Cam.
Hi, beautiful princesses and queens. Take your pick.
I love that we're talking about retreat this week because obviously it's so alive in the three of us and probably many of you listening. And what I adore about retreat is this element of surprise that each year is present. Like, I've been at Kiran's retreat since 2017 and I can never ever come to retreat and assume I know what's going to happen, because every year is so different in terms of, you know, what might come up for me and in terms of who the group is going to be. And I truly come in without knowing anything in a way, besides that it's going to be the most wonderful being together in whatever way that will show up. And you know, I see that element of surprise in different ways. A big one this year, for instance, was one of the lovely people brought her 7-month-old baby, and that just turned out to be the most delicious and in a way very healing element to this year's retreat. Just, you know, the baby's immediate being to me was a wonderful mirror of how safe it is to just be, you know, unedited, unfiltered. And then I would like to add, each retreat also feels like Kiran just hits the nail on the head with the teachings. Like, they're kind of perfectly tailored for wherever I'm at in my own evolution at that moment in time. So I'm like, how does the woman do that?
She's a marvel.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always surprised how the spontaneity of the present moment, it just sparkles with this fulfillment when you're dialed in. And I say this to people, like, and then people say back to me, yeah. yeah. But then it's something very different when you're really very present, and then this spontaneous fulfillment just rises up and surprises you. And it's part of the surprise is like, wow, this is nothing I could have imagined. At some point every retreat, I get this feeling like, am I just talking and talking and talking? Like every week in class, I'm talking. Every week on the podcast, I talk and I talk and I talk. And I have groups and I have privates and I talk and I talk and I talk. And at retreat, there's this question like, here I am again, talking and talking. But the talking isn't a mental regurgitation. It's something right out of the moment. It's something really surprising. And that it remains very fresh. Like, it's very fresh to me. I remember this comment very early, in my early days of teachings. People would say, gosh, you know, Kiran's pointers are so fresh. And then like other people, maybe more skillful reviewers or something, would be like, yes, she's not referencing traditional tools. She's not referencing traditional practices. But the heart of all of that is much more immediate. It's a connection to the moment. And then the moment and the information and the clarity is just so fresh. And what I think is so beautiful about retreat is that over the course of the week, there's, 30 plus people all moving towards that same pure empty, unfiltered moment. And the spontaneity that's arriving through that journey is just so fresh. And then every year we say, oh my God, that's the best retreat ever. And, you know, of course, this year's retreat was, in fact, the best ever. And we just say that every time because it's really so fresh, so aligned to the moment, to each one of us in that moment of time. And, you know, so this year, like, come on.
I gotta echo that. Best ever. Best ever yet. What I love about the retreat container is that the veil starts to get very thin. And then there's this like shimmer that starts to permeate everything. The presence becomes like so palpable as the days go on. And then like everything just starts to like sparkle from within. And it's kind of like the separate self-identities start to soften, and then it just gets so yummy, like weak in the knees, yummy, like oh. And then the people who walk in aren't the same people who walk out, so everyone leaves with these like soft, open faces. It's so beautiful. And back in the day, in the early days of Muji, when I used to go to his ashram in Portugal, he had this massive land and there was absolutely nothing on it but like brambles and this one single structure which we called the ruins, and it was a house with like half a roof, and we'd all huddle under that roof and the satsangs would be like spontaneous but so rustic. Sometimes they'd be outside in the baking sun or sitting on the dirt, but you know, we're all just like there for the presence. And I feel like with this community, you get that same fullness and spontaneity of the satsangs, and it's like, you know, I would listen to this anywhere, but we happen to be in this like amazing resort with a snack bar, with like buckets of ice, sodas, cookies, like splashing around in the pool, feathery pillows. So we're in this like gorgeous container, but also like the form is catering to our every need. So it's just so inclusive. Like, I love that, it, you know, it's all included.
I love how that summer camp element also always shows up every retreat. Like, I remember the first night of this year's retreat, we're laughing together, you know, about how everyone who has come to retreat is here to win it. And it's just like this like fun, like, okay, like joking, playing, laughing with each other in that field of presence, you know. And the form of retreat just triggers our baggage, you know, like not good enough, not belonging, fear of not being loved, fear of abandonment. It gets really pronounced, and that can be like a week before retreat and all the days leading up to it, but certainly those first like couple of nights. And it's just really fun to call that out. And it just ends up being so playful and connective and funny. And I think we have this clip, Cam, this hilarious bit where we're calling all that out.
Yep, here we go.
And like any little insight is like, keep it in my pocket so I can sort of show it later.
Yeah, later on Thursday I'll be giving out stars for every insight. I'll ask every one of you to come up one at a time. Share your insight and get a star. Because there's a hierarchy. No resistance is where we're headed. We also are trying to get to that place with no trauma, no resistance. Because there's somewhere to go. There's a thing to win. And those that are free are the best of us. They're the special ones.
You know, it's so funny. Retreat is hot, a very big and vast field. And as gorgeous as it is to simmer in that hot transmission, it really pulls up these beliefs, some subtle, some not so subtle, And ironically, it's those first couple of days we find ourselves both deeply enjoying the emergence of this beautiful presence and the container of that, and that spontaneity and that freshness. And we're absolutely washed and wretched in our stories as they get boiled in that hot transmission.
Yep, I can hard relate. Your stuff gets so incredibly loud and captivating, quite literally, like it's boiling out of you. And this pain body, this habitual conditioning can come on so strong. It's like a fog that takes over. So I'll just let the clip do the talking.
Not good enough is trying to do retreat.
Yeah, totally. Anybody else having that experience? Did you notice? Psst, did you notice?
And there's this kind of funny but also captivating fear that like it would just be the worst thing ever if I had resistance, or like if I wasn't doing it just right, and like I can't admit it.
And like, go more. Tell me more. What else can't you admit? Give me the specifics.
I've gone foggy. I can't admit that. There's a lot of like fraud undertones. Like I'll be exposed. There's a lot more, but it's like I'm frozen.
Are you though? Are you frozen? No. It's okay that Not Good Enough's frozen. She's totally welcome to be frozen.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Not really your problem.
Yeah, she's having a whole experience.
Oh, totally. Good for
But
her.
it
does help to expose it a little bit, doesn't it?
So it turns out, after exposing all this boiling, not good enough, screaming baby pain body, it was seen that it's actually very okay for not good enough to have a total meltdown. She's allowed to be entirely convinced of many things, that she's separate, that she's a failure, because in actual fact the moment is holding her always, all along. The moment is the primary. As I saw at retreat, the moment is not broken. So my pain body of not good enough can show up and it doesn't tarnish anything. She can have her freak out, she's still held in the moment. And there was this deeper insight, which I'm still sort of like touching the edges of, like still grokking. Not good enough was never even broken. She's always been met and loved by this very moment.
Yeah, my retreat this year was a deep seeing of a control pattern that I was boiling with for a good 2 days. And not capable, my baggage, my belief system, she would have obviously loved to get a gold star for retreat, to show up as the, grade A student, nail it, ace it. Look at me. That's so not how it went for me. Like even before the retreat, I was banging up against this layer of control that I haven't seen before. Like embarrassingly, I would have told you, no, control is not an issue in my life. So wrong. And then the wound I started to sense underneath the control, it felt a bit like a rusty nail in my chest, a little, infected, a little throbbing, really uncomfortable. And during these first 2 days of retreat, I would show up, I would guide people, have lunch with the group, etc. But all with the awareness on the rusty nail in my heart. And it was so clear to me that that very tender spot is just asking for a lot of letting divine presence tend to it, or like Cami said it before, let the moment love on it. So I was often in my room and I would just sense the wound being bathed in the presence instead of trying to run away from it, distract away from it, avoid with all the social interactions that, could have been, that were available. And it's not like it's comfortable to be with it, but so clearly that's what this piece of baggage was asking for. And in hindsight, I can see how it's the quote unquote amount of presence at retreat that sort of just pushed this wound up to be seen, a layer that wouldn't come up if it weren't for the very, very deep field of retreat, that hot field Kiran mentioned before. So it works up these hidden bits and pieces for me that are painful at first, but then so liberating when awareness and presence start to touch it, start to soak it. And I remember, maybe it was the third or fourth day, who knows, when I woke up at this year's retreat, and I was like, oh, something has lifted, something has lightened. So the pounding or boiling sensation in my chest has softened a lot.
Yeah, that's the beauty of retreat. You come to drop your junk and lighten the load. You pull out, those slivers, those little tiny slivers of wounding that you couldn't have caught,
Mm-hmm.
And it's just so sweet, especially for me, to just witness everyone starting to lighten and shift. Like, I love that when the whole group, it happens every time. It's just like the entire group just is carrying less identity, and the whole group just starts shifting. And this year, which was of course the best year, I was just so in love with that lift that just kept going. Like it starts and then it keeps going. Everyone just getting lighter and lighter as the days go by, and I would savor it like a nourishing broth. It's just so special to me. I think one of our people had this real juicy clarity. And for you decoders listening, it's just like a really simple tool, like a little support on how to lighten your just day to day when you notice your habitual conditioning, or your pain body, as we call it, is boiling. It's just a little gratitude process, but it's got some deeper nuances. Cam, do you have that clip?
Roll clip.
When I'm really identified with pain body, the kind that doesn't feel survivable, I find it really helpful to say to myself, are there soft graces here? And what's a soft grace? Well, sometimes it is the couch I'm laying on, which literally is soft. Other times it may be that there's a roof over my head, or I look out the window and see a bird, or the leaves rustling on a tree. It seems really obvious, but it helps widen the perspective that it's not all doom and gloom. And I've done this enough to know that huge pain body grips eventually pass. At some point, no matter how awful it feels, it's over. But even at the worst, there are still soft graces. Life is still supporting me, even if it's just an intellectual thought like, oh, there's a couch, there's food, my dog just kissed me. It helps get a little bit of distance.
It's so beautifully said, to have the willingness to look outside of your immediate boil and kind of tilt your head up to what else is available in the room, and then to have the willingness to ask for support and notice it. And we have another clip from this chat because he just keeps wording it so beautifully. I love his point of view. We always discuss willingness at the beginning of retreat every year, and usually I lead this bit, but honestly we can't hear it enough, and I can't hear it enough. I'm like, what is willingness? Oh yeah. Wait, what is willingness? So here it is.
For me, willingness in the moment used to be a really hard thing to grasp. What Kiran helped me discover is that if I can notice a very specific thing, like a ambulance siren or a bird or the breeze, maybe a tingle in my body, then there's this flicker of, oh, that's happening without me. Like life in this moment is that bird flying by, or the ambulance siren, or just the hum of the refrigerator. It's just happening. And it's a little bit like life is just going ho-hum, 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 as it goes about being a bird or the dishwasher or whatever. And when I notice that ho-hum, there's a subtle uplift. I can feel it in my system, and it's like, oh, life is just having a glorious time, even though I'm all identified with my pain bodies and thinking it's hell. Like, that little bit of life's having a glorious time somehow is the willingness. Just noticing the ho-hum, and my system takes a tiny step back from whatever I'm identified with and gives me a little bit of space begin to be with it rather than identified with it.
You know, we're recording this and we're literally 7 days out of retreat. And it was just a minute ago and it was so beautiful. So I find myself often reflecting back to these various moments, like on the deck, or when I felt the entire community of retreat just beginning to lighten its load. And it's funny because some part of me is always like, are you missing retreat? Because it's right here, it's right now. And of course, you know, the new moment is here and it's just as alive with this luscious joy and play and summer bucket lists and, you know, all the good things. But I do wander sometimes. I wander back to the deck in that quiet pause and just, oh goodness, it's just so my favorite thing, that quiet night, all of us together in the softness of that sun setting over the deck and the being together and that combo of that like summer camp, playful connection, luxurious, somewhat retreat, and the vast, huge presence. And it's just a certainly luscious place to visit.
Definitely. I've heard so many of my clients say exactly this, Kiran. They have this felt sensed memory in their bodies of sitting on the deck and being in that presence, being in the silence, and they can kind of go back to it any time post-retreat now. It's not gone. It doesn't end. And it's what I feel in myself too, like these ripples, they keep rippling. The wave of retreat, that silence, it just continues. It's a seamlessness. There is a seamlessness to it.
Yeah, this year for me, it feels like it's a slow burn. I know there was like silence touching places that haven't been touched before. I know there were shifts, but I feel like I couldn't even tell you. It's almost like I'm still in it, kind of like when you're on holiday and you get a tan and you don't realize how tanned you are until you get back home and look in the mirror. But I do agree though that the deck still feels so close, like it's just tucked in my heart and I can just like go tuck away in it, give it a little visit, this little corner of silence. Like, be right back, I'm just gonna go hang out in the deck again.
Okay, Decoders, thanks for being with us as we reflect on this gorgeous week. It was really fun to bring you with us for a little bit. And actually, we're going to end today by just meditating all together. Here's a clip from a meditation we did one night on the deck. So come on, come and join us here.
Yum.
Yes, please.
And so the first dimension of depth is quiet. And it's a very alive silence. To our identities or / pain bodies, it's no sound. But that's not what it is. To awareness, it's nourishing. So we can, as I like to say, wander into that first layer of depths and see if there's a quiet field. And it's not separate. It's not separate from you. It's not even separate from my voice. As I said this week, it isn't fragile. And you're welcome to hang out here or just discover it. I'm just going to talk about the second level of depth, but it's okay if you haven't even hit the first. You're not missing anything yet. But those of you that are already there, the second level of depth, there's a kind of a sweetness that permeates the quiet. And we call that presence. And you know what's good news is that no matter what choice you make, that silence and quiet field is still here. It didn't go anywhere. You're still saturated in it. It's ordinary. It's right here. It's not secret. And as I keep saying, none of you actually have a problem to access it. It's just that maybe there's a captivation, and that's fine. And it doesn't also have to be like 100% of your awareness is with the quiet. You know, it could be like 35, 40%. And that can be enough to just sort of open your system to see if that quiet will come in a little stronger, a little louder. And should you choose to go deeper, the movement is very soft. It's just an intention. Energy moves through intention. So it's just a simple intention. Sometimes I like to say, like, go discover the silence. Like how deep is it? Is there a vastness to it? Just sort of these simple ways to open-handedly explore. But if we engage this like trying to go, it's actually too heavy. Like there's too much effort for the effortlessness in the field. So basically the whole thing is way more effortless. You can just have 20 or 30% connection to the quiet. And then kind of open-handed from awareness. Kind of smell out the silence. Open to see if it'll reveal itself. Just through the intention. And the silence itself will woo you, will kind of soften the edges and bring you in deeper. And those of you that might already be deeper in this moment, when you're in that sweet, infused presence, you notice that it's just subtle awareness that the energy in your heart chakra is subtly, softly opening. This is not something you can go do. It's the silence softening, resourcing you. It's like, I like to say there's gossamer threads in the heart chakra that open into the silence because it's home. And that's the zone where you let Source guide you. Let it resource you. It's not familiar. It's not your comfort zone. But there's so much resource that is your own self. It is your own birthright. The field will not stop being you. The more awareness connects to the field, it won't interrupt the you-ness. It only interrupts by softening away the false identities. And awareness will notice the sweetness, the aliveness. Also the ordinariness. The fact that it's grounded. The present moment doesn't get bubbled away. The deeper in you go. Awareness is capable of perceiving the whole. And so some of you are starting to move into the layer past the sweet presence, which is a rich, velvety blackness that is so delicious. It's so cozy. A lot of identity will soften there because it's so effortless. It's so velvet. It's lush. And it's so quiet. And those of you that are starting to meet that space, starting to be beautiful resource coming in. Whatever layer of depth you are at is enough. The quiet will lead you in. It doesn't require anything from you except to want to explore it. And any one of these is a beautiful space. There's an enormous resource. We just let ourselves be guided. Fundamentally, there's so much resource. We can rest. There's such a rest here. We just let the field bathe us in this effortlessness. It's your birthright. It's yourself. It's home. None of this is separate from you.
Thank you for listening. We obviously love hearing what you think. Your feedback helps us make a better show for you to listen to. So feel free to comment, and you can do it at Facebook, which is the Humans Decoded podcast. And if you're not on social, you can always email any questions to us at outreach@kirantrace.com. And thanks for listening. We love you.